Well, today I saw this ad, Pioneer SX1250 on Dutch eBay, Marktplaats. You can read it over here, Marktplaats. And I was interested in this ad because I also have this same receiver. Yes, I have this thing. Not as beautiful as this one, but it is now for reparation. Not for reparation, it is working, but it is there. I want to fully recap, and not sure when it is finished. I'm not planning to sell this thing in the near future, maybe in a few years from now, because I think these receivers will grow in price substantially. And in fact, this is the best Pioneer receiver ever built. There is a SX1980, but everybody knows this. Every repair guy will tell you, well, the SX1250 is the better one. And the SX1250 is the top of the line of that series. The 1980 is the top of the line from another series, but the 1980 is, I think, very beautiful. I think also more beautiful than this one. It has more power, but it is not as reliable as the SX1250. Every repair guy prefers the SX1250 above the SX1980, and that are facts, you know. So because when 9 of 10 repair guys tell you the same thing, then it is a fact. So so this is the best, you can say, the best, okay, together with the 1980, the two best receivers Pioneer ever made. Only the 1980 is very expensive, so it is 2 times more expensive at the moment as the 1250 because they are so rare. Yeah, the 1250. Yeah. Okay, now this ad reads as follows. I bought this very complete and very beautiful Pioneer about 2 years ago from the first owner, when I sold my SX1080 and SX1980. So he sold his SX1080 and SX1980 and buy this thing back. Okay, so and you own a 1980, why would you sell your 1980 to buy this thing back? Strange, but okay. I believe this guy, and why would I not believe this story? But okay, if I had an SX1980, I think I would not change it for the SX1250 because the 1980 have a much higher value. Yeah, okay, not because it is better, but because it have a higher value. Okay, I am now unsure whether I want to go back to an 80 series receiver, 1080, 1280, 1980, or perhaps a newer Accuphase amplifier. Yeah. If you have a 1080 or higher model and are interested in exchanging it with an additional payment from me or your side, depending on offer, please contact me. Okay. Okay. But why would you change it for 1080? That's a step back. You understand what I mean? But okay. This SX1250 is very complete. All original documents such as warranty certificates, etc. are still included with matching serial numbers. Yeah. The SX1250 was completely serviced last year and all necessary parts were replaced according to the specifications of the original service manual, which is also present. In addition, a brand new stabilizer board from the USA has been installed. The old one is present and perfect condition. Okay, I'm looking for a technically and optically as beautiful and good receiver as my 1250. Can be listened to Eclipse RF MK1 reference. Okay, with regards. Well, there are two things on this advertisement what I do not understand. So he's not selling it. So if you want to sell it, bad luck, because he's not selling. He wants to change it. He wants to. You have to come with a a technical as good as this one, optical as good as this one, and well, as beautiful as this one. Yeah, and it has to be as good as the 1250. Now, how many receivers are as good as a 1250? Well, the Sansui G9000, but I do not think he wants a Sansui, he wants Pioneer. Yeah, so that will be very hard. I mean, if you see the pictures, you can see that this thing is brand new. It's a mint one. Yeah. All documentations. Yeah. It is a beauty. Mine is not that beautiful. I do not have pictures from it, so I can't show you how it is looking. But I can tell you it is not this beautiful. It is a good looking one, but it's not that beautiful, no. And why I am not going to sell it? Well, for the simple reason, my friends. If I sell it now, after the revision, I can have maybe a 2,500–3,000 euro for it. Yeah, maybe more. If you're gonna see the prices, these are what they ask now. Okay, we are not living in America, so I have to forget this American flag. This is Europe. Well, let me change it in region in Europe. Okay. So this is Europe, and you see here a price from 2450, a price from 4,000 euro, a price from, why this guy asked 7,000 euro. Okay, he asked 7,000, this is fully right, but that's a little bit much. Oh, he is looking for one, he wants to pay 2,000 euro, okay. He is selling for a black one, black faceplate. This is the SX50. Oh, he is also looking for one, I think. I'm not sure. 28 or selling 2,800. This one is selling 4,000 euro. Okay, so they are more expensive than I even thought. So maybe my receiver after recapping is worth minimum 3,000, but I'm not selling before I get 5,000, 6,000 for that period. I will not sell my SX1250, and because I know in a short period they will reach that amount, maybe 1, 2 or 3 years maximum, they will reach the 5–6,000 euro. And but maybe even then I will not sell it, because the reason why I am not selling is that if you have that money on the bank, that money stays the same after 5 years. That suppose you can get now 3,000 euro for this amplifier I have now. In 3 years time, it is that 3,000 grew to maybe 3,100 euro with the rent. And if I kept this thing in my possession, that 3,000 euro will be minimum in 3 years 4 or 4,500 euros. So the profit is much bigger, and I can enjoy all that time that receiver. Yeah. Money on the bank don't give me any pleasure, because I cannot enjoy that money because it is on the bank. But if I have this thing, I can, in the meantime, I can enjoy this receiver when I have it in my possession. Yeah. So there are two big reasons why not to sell it now. But maybe if the price, if I can ever get, I don't know, 5, it depends on how fast they grow. If I see that they grow fast and the price is 6,000, I will think, well, I wait a few more years, maybe they will be 8 or 9,000 euro in a couple of years. So why would I sell it now? You know. So I'm not selling. I also have a 950, and it's also in the same place where the 1250 is, and I will do a partly recap, not a complete recap, a partly recap. And that thing, I will also keep it for quite a while, maybe 2–3 years, but no, I'm not planning to sell it tomorrow or the day when I get it at my house, I'm not planning to sell it. The plan is to keep it, because investing in this kind of machine, for me, it's not an investment. I like these machines, but at a certain moment, when they reach a certain price, it will be very hard not to sell it. And but okay, it all depends how much I need the money at that period. If I do not need the money at that period, why would I sell it? But if I see a nice car I want to buy, okay, I don't have the money. Let's sell one of the Pioneers, then I can buy this car. Maybe that's the reason, for example, you know. But just to sell it for the money you don't really need, yeah. Then I would advise everybody who will have items like this, and then not only the Pioneer but other items, do not sell. Wait with it, because their value will grow. They will grow in the coming years. I saw that the last 10 years everything get more expensive by the year, you know, and everybody knows this. Everybody who is in this hobby for a longer period as 5 years knows what happens with the prices. So why would I sell mine? Why would they stop growing in price, in value at this moment, today? Well, I do not believe that. I think the value will be much higher in 5 years from now. I think in 5 years they will minimum doubled in price, minimum. So that's why I will not sell mine. Okay, but we come back to this guy. I'm not sure what this guy wants, because he already have, I believe, honestly, he cannot find a better receiver, a better Pioneer, or it has to be the 1980, yeah. But the 1980 is double expensive, 6,000 they ask now, 7,000 euro, that's normal for a 1980. But in this shape, in this mint shape, with all the books completely recapped, that will be very hard to find, because why would a guy who have a 1980 change it for this? For maybe a difference from 2,000, 2,500 euro, knowing that a 1980 will be 10,000 in a very short period from now. Why would you change that for 1250? Yeah, because if you're gonna look for a 1250 or a 1980, they are rare, so it will be harder to find a 1980 than a 1250. And so the guy have all the papers, all the papers he have, and he is asking for that is the most important line. I am looking for a technically and optically as beautiful and good receiver as my 1250. I can tell you now, he will not succeed in this, and I think he also knows this. So why make this advertisement? Well, what I'm going to show you, this advertisement is saved 34 times. 34 times 34 people since 2 days made this advertisement as a favorite. And from these 34 persons, not one can come up with a receiver what he subscribed over here. Maybe one person can come up with a receiver what he subscribed here. Yeah, maybe one, but I don't believe it. But why did these 35 persons save this ad? Why? If they know I didn't save it because I know I cannot match this guy's wishes. I do not have a 1250 or a Pioneer this beautiful with all the papers, etc. I do not have it. My Pioneer do not have papers. Yeah. And why these people save this? You know, a few of these persons will mail this guy and try to buy it from him, because very clear written here that he is looking for an exchange. He's not selling. He's trying to find something back. He's not selling. Yeah. If you are in this position, listen to me good, my friends. If you are in this position, your ad is in this position because this ad gave me idea. I will copy paste this advertisement, this complete. I will copy and paste this and use his words when I'm going to sell my 1250 or another receiver I have, what is very rare, and people are fighting for it to have it because it gives you a better. If you write your advertisement like this, it gives you a better negotiation stand of point. So one guy, maybe two, maybe three, maybe four, maybe five, I don't know, they already did, or maybe are going to mail this guy with the question, for how much would you let it go if you wanted to sell it? You understand? They cannot ask him for how much you want to sell this Pioneer because he's not selling. So they cannot ask the question for how much you want to sell this. What's your minimum price? What's your minimum price? It's the most question of that's the question you heard the most. What's your minimum price? And I never give answer on that stupid question because it's ridiculous. What's your minimum price? They cannot ask him what is the price. No, what they're gonna ask him is, for how much would you let your Pioneer go? For what price? Because everything in this world is for sale at a certain price. Yeah. And smart people know this. So these smart people, they read the same thing like I do. Okay, he's not going to sell it. He don't want to sell it. He wants to exchange it for a sort like what doesn't exist. What he is asking doesn't exist. And if it exists, why would this person change it for a 1250? He already have a sort like device. So this guy asked the impossible. Yeah. So, but the guys who saved this ad, few of them want this thing. They saved it with a reason. They think, well, everything is for sale. I'm gonna find out what this guy's price is. If for what price he eventually cannot say no. And that, my friends, as a seller, you have a better bargain chip. You have. I mean, if it is much different if you say, I have for sale this SX1250, and everybody knows, okay, you have it for sale. Let's see where the bidding starts and where the bidding ends. Yeah, simple like that. But if you have this story, you are not selling, you're looking. There are always guys who try to buy it for you. Doesn't matter. They try it because the verb you already have no, but you can always get a yes. That counts for everything, also for this item. You already have a no, but you can always have a yes. For a certain amount, this guy eventually cannot say no. So the guys who will mail him with a much lower bargain position. You understand? As the seller is in a very high bargain position because he's not selling. You want to buy, you have to offer. So when these guys will mail him, he will tell them, well, give me your best offer. But I can tell you now, it have to be a very good offer. And then one of two or three of these guys will tell him, okay, I offer you 3,500. They always start low. And then this guy will tell them, oh no, I can get this 3,500 or 4,000 euro every day of the week. But not a lie, you understand? And then I think, okay, I want to have this thing. And in the same moment, he tells this guy, there are three other guys, maybe it's not even true, but if it is true, you don't have to lie about it. There are three other guys who ask me the same question as you do. So, and I already have a much higher bid than your 3,500. But maybe it's not true, but he is in a powerful position because he's not selling. He has something unique. Something unique. I just read today an article that the hat from Napoleon, very ugly hat, worn out hat, was sold for $1.5 million. I mean, come on, man. This world is crazy. The hat from Napoleon, come on. Come on. The guy was a loser. He lost too big. He had a stronger army, but he lost 2 times in a row. Come on, man. That is Waterloo was his defeat, and he wasn't that great. If you're talking about an item from Alexander the Great of Genghis Khan, that's something different. You know, these guys were much bigger than the whole Napoleon guy. But okay, his hat was sold. I'm not sure why people want items from him, because he was, in my eyes, he was a loser. $1.5 million for a hat. So, because it is a rare hat. Well, 1250 is not that rare as that hat. But, and in America you have, I saw America, you have many of them. They are expensive, but you can more easily find a 1250. But in Europe, I just show you the price. So this guy can ask 6,000 euro for this thing, maybe 7,000 euro. If he would tell these guys, well, for 7,000 euro, I'll let it go, not a penny less, because I don't have to let it go. But if I let it go for 7,000. It is up to these guys, you know, how much they want this thing. And I mean, if you have a good job, if that 2,000 euro difference, you earn it in a week times working, or 2 weeks, yeah, why wouldn't you spend 7,000 for this device if it is this beautiful, this complete? He can ask 7,000 euro for this thing, 6,000, 7,000. It's 6,000 easy, 7,000 he can ask. And probably there will be a guy who is willing to pay 7,000 euro if he's selling in this position. If you're selling from a normal position, you're selling, you're advertising your beautiful. It is a beautiful thing, my friends. Watch this. It is a beauty. If you're selling your SX1250 in the same shape with the same papers, and you are selling it, you can have not as much for it. You can maybe have 5,000 for it. It have in this state with the papers, mint, completely recapped. It is worth 5,000, you know, and it is more than other 1250s, but this is a unique one. It is a mint one, not a scratch. It is a beauty, like a new one. So you can ask more. It is a unique piece, and if he can ask what he wants. If he asks 7,000, he can ask 7,000, and it is up to the guys who want this thing. If they, you know, if they agree with it, they cannot be angry because the guy isn't really selling. He is trying to find an exchange machine what doesn't exist. Yeah, they also know that thing what he wants doesn't exist, but yeah, that's what he wants. He wants something. He doesn't ask for money. He asks for another item, and he's willing to, if he's willing to pay money. So maybe one other guy say, okay, I have a 1980. What do you want to pay me? You know, because 1980 have a higher value. Maybe that guy say, okay, I want to pay 2,000 euro. I want, or 1,500. I want to pay you in exchange for the 1980. But why would the guy who have the 1980? Why would he selling? And is there at the moment a 1980 this beautiful, this mint? Not sure. Very hard. So that's why this guy brought me at an idea, and I will copy and paste this text. And if I ever will sell my 1250, I will not use the same words, but in the end I'm looking for a technical and optical as beautiful and good receiver as my 1250. I will maybe change that in I want to change my SX1250 for a Sunsweet G20,000, 22,000. But it's not a lie. If I can have a G22,000, pay a little bit more, a little bit extra, I would do the exchange. Yeah, but nobody who have a G22,000 would think, oh, that's a good deal. No, nobody will do that. Everybody will stick with that G22,000. You understand? I mean, that is for me the ultimate. Well, the G33,000, but that one is. A few years ago, it was one guy was selling one for 14,000 US dollar, and I was on a forum, and there was one stupid guy, and this guy is crazy. What does he think he is? I think that is not crazy, because he's selling a G33,000, and we are now 6-7 years later, and that 14,000 euro is cheap. For G33,000, you understand? Or normal price or cheap, depends on the state of. And his G33,000 was a brand new one in box. Come on, man! He can ask 20,000 euro for it at the moment. So, so guys, this is with these top of the line series. If you have a few, that's why I'm not going to sell my Akai AA1200 for the same reason. It is not as great as a Pioneer SX1250. It is only 2 times 120 watt, but at the moment the value is 700-800 euro, and that's ridiculous. They should cost at the moment 1,500 minimum, because it's top of the line. It's a beautiful receiver. And I'm not planning to sell it for 1,000, not planning to sell it for 1,500. No, I wait until they are above 2,500. Then I start thinking of reselling it. But come on, man, I paid 200 euro for the thing. It was a broken one. I had some reparation on it. It is repaired now. It's not a mint one, but I wait until the thing is worth 2,000 euro. I'm not going to sell before that period. No, period. It's the top of the line, the biggest Akai ever made, and Akai is undervalued, but it will not take a long period, at maximum 5 years, before those things will rise. Eventually, they will have the value what they earn, what they deserve. So, but the Pioneer is already on that spot. The Sunsweet is already on that spot. Marantz is already on that spot. Luxman is not on that spot yet. You can still find a Luxman 1120, a R1120 for reasonable prices. And that also is a monster. Also 2 times 120 watt. I have 3 of those Luxmans R1500. That was the top of the line from that series. 2 times 75 watt, so not that real monster, but they are too cheap. 700 euro, 800 euro at the moment is too cheap. I'm sure they will be over 1,000 euro in a couple of years. So why would I sell them? Why would I have 3 of them. Why would I sell them? I have the patience. I can wait. I do not need the money at the moment. You understand? So, and with my 1250, I want it as soon as possible, because I wanted to do my reviews on it. Because it has a 3-speaker connection, I can switch between speaker A, B and C. That's why I like it so much, and I have just that every time when I do my review, my VS test, I have that beautiful receiver in front of. I will not use it as my main amplifier. I will only use it as my review receiver because it is fresh. It is completely recapped, so the sound is fresh. So the best sound you can have from that SX1250, and that SX1250 have a beautiful sound. What I heard, it is a beautiful sound, and why would I sell it? I can enjoy the thing, you know. If I mean, if somebody would come to me, if it is out of the recap, and they will offer me €3,000, and I think, okay, I can make a good profit from it. I will not sell it. I have the patience as long as or maybe the price in a few years is so high that I think, okay, now I can sell it. You understand? And that's why if you're selling something special, you know, try to make your story like this. You know, like you don't have to sell it. And the guys who really wants this, you know, read this ad. Okay, he's not selling, but your bargain chip is much stronger. That's why what I discovered. Maybe this complete ad is the truth. Maybe it isn't the truth. You never know what the seller, what he's writing is the truth, because you write your story always the best as possible to get the highest price. Okay, if you are not selling, you don't really want to sell your thing, you want to exchange, your position is much better. In you know, those guys who wants this thing, they want it, they want to buy it for any cost. They will mail him. He already have mails, because everybody who is in this hobby see this beautiful thing, and the guys who have the money, who can pay this, who can pay the €7,000, they will mail him. What do you want for it? You know, they think they are strong because they have the money for it. They will mail him. And for those guys, this guy is waiting. For the guys with the big wallets, and okay, this guy is not selling, but okay, I want this, and everything in the world is for sale as long the price is good, and they know it. Smart guys gonna try it out because they know everything is for sale, you know, as long the price is there. So that's what this video is all about. Not about this SX1250, but if you have an item like this and you want to sell, and it is so special, it all depends where you live. If you live in the USA, in America, and you're gonna sell your SX1250, there are, I just showed you, there are plenty. This is Europe, yeah. In Europe the thing is very rare. Yeah, you see there are 1, 2, let me see, because not everything is for sale, some is asking for it. This one is 2,400, this one 4,000, this one is selling for 8,000. Yeah, 2,000. Oh, he is looking for one. 2,000. Yeah, you will not find. Not sure what this guy wants. 4,000 with papers. Yeah. So this is what is for sale in Europe. In America, in the USA, you have these prices. They are a little bit cheaper because there are more competition. It is not that rare in America. You can see how many there are for sale. 4,100, 3,000, 3.4, 3.9, 3.4, 3.2, 5.3. Oh, with speakers, with the GBL 150. Well, these are hell of a speakers, beautiful speakers. Only the speakers alone cost, I think this is a good deal, because only the speakers will cost you, I think, 2,000 at the moment, 2,500, yeah. So I think I would go for this deal. Very good speakers. 3.4, 2.7, 2.9, 3.9, 3.4, 3.4. So it is more easy to find this 1250 in this state in America. Yeah, because between all these advertisements there probably is one, maybe two of these 1250 in the same shape. Yeah, because there are more for sale, and that's because in this period in 1977 America was a rich country compared with Europe. Europe was coming up. They had money in Europe, but they were not as rich as Americans. Yeah, much has changed since 1977. The dollar plunged, and the euro is a strong coin. And so, but if you are going to buy one in America as a European, it will you buy, if you can find one for, let's say, 3,000, it will not stay for 3,000, but you have to pay import duties, you have to pay shipment. In the end it will cost you 4,500. So and the same count if an American wants to buy something from Europe. It is very expensive. Shipment is very expensive, and insurance is expensive. So it is no use to buy something from. I already found it out. In the past I wanted to buy things from Canada. Canada is very cheap. It is almost impossible. If you see price in Canada, this is North America. This is North America. So, but Canada is much cheaper than. I do not see the list. Yeah, Canada over here. You see, 2,000 euro. Canada is always cheaper. Not sure why that is. Really, I do not understand, because always Canada is the best place for your stereo stuff. 2,000 euro in Canada. So if I was an American guy, I would say, okay, I take my car, drive to Canada, buy it for 2,000 euro. Especially if you live in Detroit or Michigan, so close to the border, to the Canadian border, and it is not that far away. You always have the best bargain if you buy your stuff in Canada as an American. Yes. Here a Canadian one, he wants 2,900 euro. So these are euros, these are not dollars, my friends. These are euros, euro prices. Yeah. So the best thing, if you're gonna sell something special, if it's not so special in America, but if you have something special to sell, then, and you know the demand is very high, and you say, okay, I want to exchange, I want to change it for, and you write something ridiculous what doesn't exist. You know, nobody have this, so the only thing they can do is to mail me and to ask, for what money would you eventually let it go? And then his answer will always be, so what is your offer? He will never say his price. He will always say, what is your offer? What is your best offer? And that is a strong position for a seller, a very strong position for a seller. That's why when I saw this ad, I thought, okay, whenever I am going to sell my 1250, and don't say that this is a trick, because maybe the whole story is true, probably it is, but if I'm going to sell, I will use the same words. I'm not want to sell. No, I don't want to sell. I want to exchange for a G22000. what will be impossible, you know, because who have a G22000 will change it for a 1250? Nobody. No. Well, nobody. Maybe. And so, guys, this was the video for today. And well, if you think it will be very mean from me that I would use these words if I want to sell. No, my friends, this is business. This is This is putting yourself, placing yourself in a better bargain position at the moment. If I sell something normal, you know, I don't care if I get 100 or 50 euro more or less. Then I don't care. When I want to sell something, I want to sell. This is me. I'm a bad salesman. I always want. I don't have the patience to wait 1 month or 2 months like those sales guys. See, they advertise this for a ridiculous price over and over again until they have the buyer. I don't have the patience. You want to pay this? In 1 week I cannot find a higher price, I'm selling for you. This is me, you know. But if I'm selling something like this, it's another story. Then I want the best possible price. It's normal, because then the difference is not 50 or 100 euro, and we talk about differences between 500 and 1000 euro. Yeah, so that's why if I copy paste this line, beautiful line, I will use that about the same line when I'm going to sell my 1250, and I will make up a story that I want to change for a G22,000. Then you have the best bargain position ever. Then those guys, you know, they are here and I am here. Do you understand? But if you are offer your device for sale, you are equal. You're the seller. You're the buyer. I'm the seller. You are equal. You know. But if you are somewhere here and the buyer is somewhere here, you have to offer more money. This is how it works, my friends. Remember the hat from Napoleon, 1.5 million, because it's only one ugly hat. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Put a thumbs up if you like the video. For now, I say ciao ciao.